So as I was saying before, energy is everything. Everything is energy. Change your energy, change your life. This fella, I met him for the first time in Budapest last month. Fantastic guy. His belief in happiness and his attitude is just fantastic. I love being around him. Bruce Lipton, of course, has said that your emotions connected to everything are what determine your genes, your DNA, your outcome, everything. How you perceive things is how things turn out. Our next presenter spent the last 12 years helping people in his own clinic. Now they work together. He works with medical doctors using our technology. He's written a book called Being Happy Costs So Little. Is it in English?
Yes.
You guys got to get it. I got to get it. Where do we get it?
Amazon.
Amazon, okay. Please put a smile on your face and welcome to the stage, Fredy Vinagre.
Hello, everyone. So, thank you, Peter.
My pleasure.
I'm the last, and I want to speak with you about a subject that is very important to me. And why so? Because 12 years ago, or 13 years ago, I was a reporter. And what it ends up in my life, it was a big depression. My job brings me to a huge depression. You can imagine going to work every day and write about the worst in the world and the worst in people. Thank you, Bala, again. So, my boss, he talked to me and he said, I booked you a biofeedback session. And I was an economy reporter, and I said, biofeedback, no, that's not for me. I don't want any spooky things in my life. And he said, okay, if you don't go, I will fire you. And I said, no, I go, tomorrow I go. And I went, and it changed my life. 1 year after, only with biofeedback, my depression was totally gone, okay? So depression is one of my specialties. I work with biofeedback with every kind of problem, as you know. I'm not a doctor. I don't diagnose. I don't treat. I help, okay? And in depression, this matter is so complicated because how many times your clients came with a wrong diagnosis from the doctors, okay? And depression is one of the biggest cases of this because it can be so many things, so many different things. So I will not give you a protocol, step by step. What I'm going to give you are approaches, different approaches. If it's this, you can work on this. If it's that, you can work on that, okay? In my PDF, I will have all this kind of information. The numbers are scary. 121 million people around the world suffer from depression. So, my God, this number, and we are here to help them. Okay, and we can help him. I'm the living proof of that. Anytime, like Philippe, anytime you want me to ask a question, you can. Okay, you don't need to end my presentation. Ask me whenever you want. Also, more numbers: depression and addiction. Okay, 2 brothers. Look the brain of a depressed and the brain of the non-depressed person. Look how different they are. Okay, these are numbers. And these numbers I'm going to give you. So, working with biofeedback, that's what we are going to do, okay? Until the end of my presentation, I want all of you to memorize 2 words, cellular and resonance. Those are the most important things I'm going to speak about, okay? And the first, the baby steps, for me, it's cellular, okay? Anyone here knows what's the cellular and who is Dr. Sally? Few people? Okay, so here I have also the story. The cellular that I will show you in the program, it was a doctor, Dr. Hans Sally, a Hungarian doctor from the 30s, okay? And what Dr. Sally discovered was how the body reacts to stress. And this totally, como se diz, revolucionou? Changed medicine, conventional medicine, okay? Because until then, stress was just a psychological state. With Dr. Sally, we discovered that stress, how am I going to, of course. Stress is a choreographed state of events. This is the most important line I want you to pick up from here, okay? Because stress is not only a psychological state. It's not only agitation. A parasite can stress you. A virus can stress you. A toxin, an allergy. So we are going to talk about stressors, okay? Let me show you how important this is. So I already did a calibration, okay? After the calibration, what I do is only come here to system power settings and put this on maximum. After test, only after test. And then I came to risk profile. Look where is this Sally bar. Near exhaustion. What this means? Alarm phase. Alarm phase is when your body reacts, okay? If you are in alarm, your parasympathetic nervous system, your hormonal system is working, is saying, I don't want that stressor. Then you have the adaptation phase, the beginning of the resistance to change, okay? So many times people talk in Facebook groups about resistance to change. Here they are. And then you have exhaustion, and exhaustion is when the body says, I give up. Come on, illness, take care of me, okay? I always see in Facebook one question. Oh, my client have Lyme's, but Lyme's don't react in the matrix. Why Lyme's don't react in the matrix if my client have Lyme's? Because of this. Look where's the Sally bar from that client. If he's in exhaustion, the illness belongs to them. The body will not react. The disease is part of them. Okay? So, the first job, the first thing to do, in my opinion, is always, always, always put the Sally bar totally on left. It's not enough here. It must be here. Okay? And sometimes you can do it in one session. Sometimes you need 3 sessions. For me, I don't care. The client, when my client comes, if he has a cancer or if he has a psychological issue, for me, the Sally bar is always the first step. Always, always, always. Okay? Very important. Someone asked me during Philippa's presentation, how can we see how the autotherapies improve our client? It's with the Sally bar. How? Because if you go first to risk profile, first, only from here, okay? This is very important to go with this, follow these steps. And you enter therapy. I always do this, stop clasp sounds, you know, everyone knows why, right? Because we have a voice from Desiree in some programs, and when you do stop clasp sounds, the programs get faster. Oh, yes. Yes, always do stop clasp sounds, okay? Because if you click, for example, NLP, if you turn the volume on, you will see Desiree voice, or William Nelson, right? Williams Nelson voice to only speak, okay? So let's see where the Sally bar is between adaptation and exhaustion, and let's do a therapy. Let's do, for example, autocolor with scalar, the one that I really love. You know, you can do this at the same time, right? Okay. Autocolor and scalar. You start autocolor, and then you enter scalar. Another thing that is very important about let's see this therapy working. This thing that I put here is very important. So you start working with a client with depression, and in the first session you have the Sally totally on right, and you put it totally on left, because in one session you can do this, okay? You will see how. In the next session, he comes again with the Sally totally to the right. You will ignore this? Never. Never, ever, ever ignore the Sally bar, please. Imagine Imagine, how you say pot, Filipe? Não, pot, vaso, jarro. Imagine a recipient. Yes, thank you. Imagine a recipient, okay? If the recipient is full, you will put anything inside? It will work? No, never. So you must empty the recipient and then put what you want, the healing frequencies, okay? But first you must empty the recipient. You know, it's funny, because when I started 12 years ago, oh, by the way, you remember the boss that forced me? He's now my client, okay? So it's how funny this story is. When I start, and Vera was recording me that when I start, the first people that teach me, they always talk about autotherapies. And for me was, oh my God, but this is so simple. It really helps only do this? And for me, no, I need to find more things. I need to find what's more difficult. It must be difficult. If it's easy, it will not work. What an error. What an error. This machine is really simple. And you can, if you just do autotherapy to your client, my God, I promise you, you will feel a huge difference, okay? But from the risk profile, okay? Never go to autotherapies from the main matrix, because if you can go, it will work, but you will not see anything on the Sally bar. To see Sally bar, you must enter therapies from risk profile always, okay? Yes, a question, Filipe. Just a moment, please. Is there? Gracias. Thank you. Gracias, Luis. I can't speak many languages, and I'm so confused right now in the end of this Congress. I think in 4 different languages. Sorry, tell me.
When I've worked and watched the Celibar move throughout the session,
yes,
all the way to the left, because I've seen that happen
yes,
as I've worked. Then when I sometimes go out and come back in,
yes,
it's back over to where it started.
Yes, because it goes to the. Remember one thing. Okay. That happens with risk profile and so many other windows. Body aura cleans in body viewer. Okay. You do the tests and you tested your client for that moment. So some programs, if you enter and then out and then re-enter, they go back to the original test. So go to risk profile and work once. If I end and go back again, it will be on the first place.
Okay, but it's still the work you did was still done.
Still done.
It's just
still done.
It just reset.
Exactly. It's just a reset. Okay, done. So let's see what happened. Okay, you remember where it was? It was here in the middle. Now it's around adaptation. Okay, I always do this. I do a therapy, and then I come back here, and I do another, and I come back here, and I do another, and I come back here. But in this case, I can assure you, you can do all the therapies, but still, you will not get the binary alarm, because I was in exhaustion. So what can we do? I know Fernando already teach you this with maximum therapy. But which maximum therapy? Everyone knows how to do this? The maximum therapy? No? So, you are in risk profile, okay? And then you press the therapy button, okay? Wow. Tem. So, to enter the maximum therapy, you must first do one of the 3 therapies: auto-meridian, auto-trivector, or auto-frequency, okay? After you have done those therapies, one of those, you have this button here, max treatment. Everyone see? So, you press max treatment. What's max treatment? What's maximum therapies? Maximum therapies were 3 therapies that Professor Nelson, let me speak about Professor Nelson, he's the one I miss. Professor Nelson double the power or something like that, okay? It's trivector, it's auto frequency, and it's out of our hope. Those 3, you can do in the maximum power. It's here in max treatment, okay? So you go to max treatment. A shock. So good. Am I electric? No. So much coffee. So you have the passwords page, okay? And here you must write as I'm going to write. Because if you write a different thing, it will not open, okay? And you write, I am responsible. With the spaces. The first Y is in upper letter, and then as I write. Any doubt here? Okay. Then you are going to press by order. If you don't press by order, it will not open again. So this is like a puzzle created by Professor Nelson. So you press the first, and then the second, third, fourth, 5. And now you have this, okay? I will do only the smallest one, because this can take too much long. Felipe, you remember maximum trivector is around 20 minutes, right? 15 minutes? The quickest. But the quickest normally is auto-rife, okay? Auto-rife is out of frequency. Here, you will not have the organs that are unbalanced. They will work in maximum treatment, all the organs, okay? And by the way, do you know how auto-frequency works? Have you ever noticed these numbers? These are rife numbers. So auto-frequency, here the name is the correct name. In true is an auto-rife. Okay? It's based on the auto-rife work. The numbers changed. Exactly, Philippe is reminding me that this not only balance organs, but it also kills parasites, okay? This is also one of the best programs to kill parasites. And other thing that, Gail, it happened with me with an autistic child. I learned so much with Gail already also. An autistic child that also have one thing called reverse polarity. You know what this is? This is a condition. Imagine your liver, like a battery, okay? And you have the plus here and the minus here. And it must be like that to work. Reverse polarity is when your clients have the organs like this. So they don't receive the energy because the polarity is changed.
How would you know when they do have reverse polarity?
Well, that's a very good question and a very difficult one also, because it's very difficult to understand. But when I have a client that in second, third session are not feeling nothing, I work or hypochondria or this, okay? If it doesn't feel nothing in the first session, in the second session, even in the third, so probably you have that.
Can it be too hard for some people?
No, never. And believe me, because I'm a highly sensitive person, I will speak about that. I sense the energy very much, so I do this. I work on myself every day, by the way. Every day. I bring my Quest to Vegas, and I work every day. Before sleep, I do body scan. I don't want fosses in my life. That's simple. Mm-hmm. And also Philippe is also telling that not only your organs, but the planet is also changing the polarities. So these affect us. Oh, so many hands. Just a moment.
Could you double?
I hook up, yes. I hook up every day.
Could I double check? You said to do one of the three, it was auto frequency, and then what else before the max?
Out of our hope or auto trivector, but I will show you again.
Okay, thank you.
Another question here? Sorry, just a moment for the microphone. Sorry.
Would that also apply to bipolar disorder?
Yes. Yes, but for bipolar resonance, I will speak of that in the end, okay? Any more questions? Mariah, that was your question. Okay. What I love with maximum therapy is this. It's done, okay? Let me see where is my cellular. Oh, now it's near the A. It's going down. So what can I do more? The client needs more. It's not, I need to. My client needs more. The cell is still in adaptation. I need to put it on alarm. I go again to maximum treatment. And now, in order for this Dr. Nelson puzzle work, I clear up the M, for example. I put it again. Bam. I have again the panel. And I can redo auto-rife. Yes. So maximum rife can be done how many times you want. So imagine during one entire session, you can do 12 maximum rifes in one client. It is too much? No, for me, no.
So third, fourth, and fifth, just take off the I.
You take out the I, the
then
M,
just
one
continue
letter,
over and over.
the
Okay.
letter that you don't like it. Imagine a letter that you don't like it. You remove that letter.
Just any letter?
Any letter, and then you put it back, and the panel is open again. Just to activate, you know? Because William Nelson, he decided that not everyone deserves to be healed. Only the good guys and the good girls. Okay? That's the truth. So, this panel is not open because the password, I am responsible. Because if I smoke, I don't deserve to be healed. For example. Okay? That's the way this was done. Tell me.
So the Cellier bar will help to ensure that the energy they're getting actually goes in. And Philippa was talking about the shaping bar.
That's the second part.
Okay.
That's the second part, yes. Because what? I'm starting to build my house.
Right.
And I will go to the foundations first. And the foundations is that if my client is in exhaustion, he will not react. He's so tired. He can show you like a wonderful guy or a wonderful woman. But inside, he's so exhausted that you can do whatever you want. It will take so much more time. You know the healing crisis? You know the healing crisis? I had so much and so many clients with healing crisis before I used to do this. Why? Because they were in exhaustion. And then I was there, zapping, treating. But they were exhausted. So of course they had a healing crisis. Okay? If you don't hear anything more that I say, that's okay. I really want to never forget this. Okay? This is so huge, so important for our clients' well-being. And I think that Philippe is also telling me, please don't be afraid of the machine. The machine will not hurt our client. Never. You can press whatever button you want. You will help. You will start the healing, the balance, the rebalance. You will never hurt, ever. Okay? Mariah, Luis, this will be busy. Yes, just a moment, Mariah.
Can I just back you up a little bit? Before you started this, did you calibrate?
Yes.
You did all the steps?
I calibrate, I clean my room, and then I do the test. Okay. After the test, I went to system power settings, put on maximum, and then I go to risk profile.
Okay. And then I've been asking everyone, because I'm new, do you do every patient as new?
I do every patient as new. Every session. In the end of the day, for not having a lazy moment the next day, I deleted all my clients. All. And I start my day fresh new. And I work around 10, 11, 12 clients every day. Here first, sorry.
I just spoke to my 91-year-old father, favorite person in the world. He's doing well and lucid, but he has COPD, keeps getting fluid in the lungs. I'm going to see him in one. So, I'm just wondering, I wouldn't want to ever hurt my father. And you say this won't hurt a client, and his wife asked me to ask you if he still has a little fluid in his lungs, which he keeps getting, bronchitis. Can I trust them? I think I can trust the machine and my intuition to work.
You can.
with him?
You can.
And like corrective tissue and
You can, Mariah. For me, you can. I just don't work ever clients with pacemaker, ever. I don't work clients with epilepsy because I'm not a doctor and I don't know what to do if he started. And I don't work pregnant women, okay? Because I always work with the harness, always. Yes, please.
Yes, so just to reiterate, when you go in calibrate test, you check that bar, the Celly bar,
Yes.
and you want that all the way to alarm before you start doing, because that's emptying everything.
Yes.
And then you're going to start putting in.
Yes.
So it's important in the beginning of the session to get
Exactly.
that bar
This
there.
is the beginning of the session. And this is why the slide says the baby steps, because for all the other approach, we are going to work gut, we are going to work emotions, we are going to work hormones. But in all of them, the only thing that is common is working the Celly bar. Letting our system that we bought do also the work. We are a team. It was so difficult for me to put my ego apart. You can't imagine, because I'm a little bit crazy and I work on myself every day, and I didn't do any therapy in my clients that I even tried on myself. I try on myself all the therapies that we have. So I must put my ego apart and let the machine work. Okay? Yes?
I had a question about
course.
using the harnesses or not. I was told that putting the harnesses on really didn't have any effect. You could just do subspace. What's your feeling on that?
Well, my feeling on that is the harness work. If you put the harness, you will feel the difference. Okay? I work on subspace also. It's not my main line, but my family, for example, lives around 300 kilometers from me, so I need to help them, and I help them. But I prefer to work with the harness connected. That's my number one choice, okay? And that's biofeedback. Biofeedback is send a signal, have a galvanic response, and then have a feedback to that galvanic, okay? More questions? Can we go? So, by the way, don't be lazy. I teach you the maximum therapy, but it's to do only after you've done the other auto therapies, okay? You don't do just this in order to put the Celly bar totally on the left. Because remember, those are here, those therapies are here, because they will cover all the body, all the bodies inside your body. The mental, the emotional, nutrients, parasites, organs. Autocolor will work enzymes, for example. Okay? So first you do this, and only if after this the Celly is not totally on left, you will do maximum therapy. Okay? Oh yes, and I'll always start with the suggested therapies. And you will see in the Celly bar, when you do a suggested therapy or another therapy, you will see the difference. If you do the suggested therapy, the Celly bar will go like boom. Okay? The best news about this kind of work is that my experience tells me that after my third, fourth session, the Celly bar of my client comes 90% of the times totally on the left. Okay, so it's a beginning to the change. Questions? No? Yes.
Okay, I'm a little confused.
Tell
So we're saying that you're coming to this panel. You're first doing the top ones.
I do one by one.
And then you're doing everything. Then after this panel, then you go to the
Maximum
therapy to make sure that it's on the left. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Totally on the left. I do one and I check the Celly. I do another and I check the Celly. I do another and I check the Celly. Okay? Always like this. Always checking.
So where it says NLP addiction treatment, did you, I never have seen that come up on mine.
I can show you what to do.
Yeah.
You just go to mental NLP and you choose addiction here.
Okay. Thank you.
Just as this. Just as simple as this. Okay? So let's see. It continue to come. Okay? In my experience, I never do more than 50 minutes a session. Never, ever. 1 hour top. Okay? So in my opinion, this half an hour is with Celibar. If the Celibar is totally on the right, half an hour, and then the other half hour in the Matrix. I am a Matrix guy. I love the Matrix. By the way, last year I share in Budapest weight loss program. You have that available on Mandelay website on YouTube, okay? My presentation from last year. I just want to add the thing that Gail teach me. And it's very important also for depression. You know those clients that have, for example, sugar cravings like crazy? Do the AutoZap Candida. It works like a charm. Thank you, Gail. AutoZap Candida. Candida. AutoZap Candida is like that. Okay, so let's move on. So, Celibar, you have here the story from Dr. Sally, for me, one of the most amazing guys that changed medicine forever, talking about stress and the experiences with rats and then with humans, okay? It's very important, and the explanation from that bar, that for me it was so insignificant, and it's so huge, okay? Yes, of course. So, when I start to work with depression, my first job, will it be emotions? No, never. Gut. Always. I always start with the gut, okay? And this year, Jeroen Reis from Belgium made a huge discovery. There are 2 bacteria missing in a depressed person that a non-depressed person have. Okay? Yes, here. I love to say these names. Kropococcus. Am I speaking Hungarian? And oh, sorry. Oh, this will happen a lot of time, and I may fall and things like that could happen. That's who I am, so bear with me. Here. Coprococcus and Dialyster. These 2 bacteria don't exist in a client with depression. So you can imagine how this will change the depression disease, even in the conventional medicine from these days on. Okay, this is huge. Me and Felipe, we work in a clinic with an amazing doctor that said, it's enough. I will not prescribe one more pill to my clients. I prescribe biofeedback. I prescribe colon cleansing. It teaches how to eat. So, ozone therapy. And one thing Professor Manuel Pinto Coelho always give to the client, even if they have, oh, professor, I came here because I broke my nails. Okay, that's okay. Probiotics, always, okay? But we can also do that in our machines. I want you also to tell you that 90 to 95% of the cells in the gut are microorganisms, bacteria, virus, fungus, and so on, okay? So how huge is important to work with the gut? In fact, 95% of the body's serotonin, you know the happiness hormones, the one that all of us want, 95% are in the gut. Really. It's a big number, right? The brain only ordered to move on, but they are produced in the gut. So, how can I work a client with depression, ignoring the gut? I cannot, never. I always start with this. So the first thing will be working on microbiota. And the steps are easy, right, Gail? AutoZap until AutoZap bowel flora. It's one of the most amazing AutoZaps that we have. Okay, what it will do? It will promote the good bacteria to grow. That's what we want. I also want to talk to you about Bioterrain, a program. AutoZap bowel flora, everyone knows what it is? It's in the autos apps. My way to work is as Felipe teached until excellent. Okay? So I do the autos app until excellent. Autos app until excellent. Yes. Don't you love my English, my Portuguese English? My accent. So, the first thing you do, and please, remember, 1 hour sessions for me, okay? So one session could be Sally Bar and Autos app only. And that's okay. And that's great. We've done our job. We are not going to save the world in 1 hour. Never. Or even in one session. We are starting to improve, okay? But for me, besides Autos app and bowel flora, bioterrain is also very important. Where is bioterrain? Inside homeotoxicology panel. First, never forget info click first, always. Okay. Where is bio? Here. And then you have bioterrain. Please, I don't want to be much time in each panel because I have so many things to tell you, to share with you. But about bioterrain, the black circle, okay? To the right, degeneration. To the left, detox. So we want the black circle on the left. Red circle. You have here, that's written. Red circle. Cellular fatigue down, stress up. So the red goes from up to down, and the black from left to right. Okay? The red one, the circle, thank you. This one is cellular fatigue down and stress up. So where do we want this circle? In the middle. And where we want this circle? In the left. In the middle, but always the middle, okay? The middle more to the left, okay? And now you do, I'm not going to do this, okay? But how do you work? It's so difficult, this panel. You just press therapy. It's done. It takes around 3 minutes, yes. So let's move on. Okay. We had a great guy in our business many years ago. The name was John Kelsey. And Mr. John Kelsey, I learned so much with him, okay? And I discovered a Romanian manual. I don't speak Romanian, but I said, no, this will not stop me. So I translate more than 500 pages from Romanian to Portuguese with Google Translator. It's always in my pocket, always. And John Kelsey has a way to work with this therapy that I'm showing you that I just fell in love. And that's how I work now, okay? When you have a client with depression, by the way, I do this in all my clients, not only with a depression, because what we all of us, what we want, the number one, be happy. Be happy, that's what we want. So let's make our clients and ourselves feeling good. So how I end always the sessions. So first step, Sally Bar, and last step for all these that I'm going to do. You go to spinal. If I'm too fast, please tell me, okay? Programs, spinal, time therapies, and I choose feel-good therapy. I choose everyone in the middle. I uncheck everyone in the left and in the right. And I put this cursor in 10 minutes. And then I press start. Okay? And when this is finished, I looked to the bar. If the bar says excellent, most of the times we'll say that's enough. If the bar don't say excellent, I will put in 1 minute and do it, and do it, and do it until I get an excellent. I will challenge you, everyone here, to this on yourselves. Today, tomorrow, whenever you want, but do it. It's amazing. With zero hangover and side effects. You know? It's amazing. It's really amazing. I love this therapy. Thank you, John Kelsey. Thank you a lot. So, sorry? Luis? Just a microphone, sorry, for the recording. Luis Rodríguez from Mexico. Que necesito el micrófono. El micrófono. Micrófono. Gracias. Yes.
You didn't click any of the circles, so are you...
I clicked Feel Good Therapy. You see?
Oh, the Feel Good Therapy.
Yes. Here?
Oh, you did.
Okay. No. That's okay. John Kelsey works this way in every problems that you have here. Reticular formation, spleen, teething pain, ears, vagus nerves. He always does like this, the 10 minutes, okay? So here in my PDF, I will have everything detailed, okay? As you can see, my God, looking at this. But it's important, okay? And by the way, who doesn't have me on Facebook, please add me on Facebook. I will give you my email, and I'm here always for you. I promise, it's true, always, okay? I know how it is. Okay. So I work in the gut. In the second my second approach is the emotions, okay? And the emotions, we also have two autozaps that are very important. One of them is autozap emotions, and the other is autozap psychic disorders. This one is so fast, it takes 2 minutes, I think. You see the shaping bar, the excellence? When I work with emotions, I do a little change. When I work with NLP panel, 85% for me is not enough. I want 100. Como é que se diz o glosso? I want everything. So I come to the shaping. I put this on 100. No, in the second approach, when I start, after doing all the cells and all the things, okay, when I start to work with NLP, that I have in my presentation, and you will see this one here. Now, let's work with NLP, emotional growth, okay? Here, I change the shaping to 100. Because now the excellent will be when the therapy reach 100 and not 85%. Because in NLP, you have rectifications like 114 and 108 and 100. Oh my God, what's this? 100 is not 100? What crazy world is this? So I stop looking at that and start looking at the shaping, okay? So we do the NLP, and as Felipe teach you, you grab the window so you can have the shaping available. And then the first thing you will do, again, put the ego apart. Do the first unconscious choice. This word is so difficult for us to say in English, unconscious choice. You understand me, unconscious choice? This is how it sounds for me. So the first one, unconscious choice, okay? Let the system work. Let your client's mind and soul tell what they need. So what do I need? I need to stabilize self-goals, okay? So this is simple. You just double-click until you get excellent on this bar. Here. Yes. When you have an unconscious choice, it can... Stop laughing. I'm going to smack you. I'm going to start offending Felipe in Portuguese, okay? So just give us a moment. Here, you see, when you do an unconscious choice, it comes to here, the therapy. Please don't make me say this word again. Please. Please. I beg you. And you just double click until you got excellent there. You see? It's excellent. No, it's shaping. No. The bar is full. Oh, yeah. But where do you see the excellent words? So do it again. Don't be lazy. Do it and do it and do it and do it until you get excellent. You want to, yes. Luis, you have the microphone? Let me just pass to my wife. Everyone thinking that we were married, but we are not. We are just best friends.
Work wife.
Work wife, yes, that's true.
Okay. I just would like to share with you why the full bar is there and it's not excellent. Because previously, Fredy set the shaping function to 100. So if the rectification was like 98,
and it's
not excellent. It's
you see?
98.
It's 97.
You see?
It's not 100. So I get the bar full, because the bar gets full when you reach around 95 or more. Okay? 96, 97, 98, you get the bar full, but it's not 100. It's not 100. This video will be funny. I'm always in the front of the camera. This video will be funny. Let's go back to NLP. After that, I like to work when I have a client with depression with 4 buttons. Simulate emotional growth, neuropeptide balance, neuropeptide simulation, and neural net stabilization. I work first to simulate emotional growth, and then I go from left to right. Sorry, my Brazilians, I'm always, oh, no, not you. I can do whatever I want. Yes, question. Luis, the microphone? Oh, okay. So I go to NLP. I do the 2 first, those words that I will not say again. And then I do simulate emotional growth, and then neuropeptide balance, neuropeptide simulation, and neural net stabilization. Why? I'm going to work with neurotransmitters here. Okay? I'm going to balance them. I'm not going to simulate. Although this word is here, this is not here. This is not a simulation. It's always a balance. Yes, I have always there. It's in the presentation. I did circles and squares and. Okay. Individual NLP. Here. This panel, people just used to work like just pressing the start NLP and then start and then start and then start and then start, right? Wrong. It's very important for you to write these lines. Okay? This program is very powerful. Adam already spoke about it. It's very, very powerful. But you need to write. Okay? It will help if you don't write? Yes. It will be better if you write? Yes. Okay? Let me give you another example with me, of course. In the last Congress, last year, I was invited to go to Mexico to do a presentation in Mexico. And I said yes. I love to teach. I love to have my clinic, but I love to teach. And 1 week before, I realized that my claustrophobia will not allow me to go to Mexico. I had a huge claustrophobia, huge. I stopped drive. I couldn't stand on elevators. I couldn't stand with crowded places. And one of the things, and I'm here now, okay? And I'm here 14 hours, 15 hours in a plane, zero anxiety, and zero claustrophobia with my Quest. The only thing that I first, when I have my first panic attack, I doubted for myself and I went to a doctor and I said, no, that's not what I want to do. Let's work on myself. Zero, okay? With the Quest. Could be skill, could be whatever, but only with this program. One of the things that I did was this. Okay? Another thing that I did was Jeff's presentation, brain confusion, because all of this began with an accident on a water park. So you know what I like in these congresses? I'm right, Felipe is right, Jeff is right, Veronica is right, Fernando is right, Geert is right, you are right, and we teach different things, right? It's like cooking a food. I can cook the same plate as you, but in different ways, but the flavor will be amazing. So please, this is what we want. Share with you, and then you will choose your own way. And it's always be right, you know? Always. Yes? Luis, please.
With the phobia, did you click addiction, anxiety, depression?
Anxiety.
Anxiety, okay.
Because what is a phobia? It's always anxiety. It's a way of anxiety. But it can also be depression, you know? So, can I move on? More panels, more work to do. We have so many religious questions in our software. And one thing that scared most of the people that I know was in this panel. And was this. Let me show you. Can I have some music, Peter, please? A scary one. Oh, mouse, help me. Well, the mouse won't help me. You see here, dispel second brainwave, release possession or domination. This is not only spiritual. It can be. Yes, it can be. But you know the client with huge anxiety or depression, that the mind is always thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and never stops and keeps thinking and thinking. This is the best therapy to do to them, to hyperactive minds. The best. The best. Believe me. Believe me, because I'm one of these guys. You do it again until the excellent with the shaping in 100. So let's move on. Okay. Now I want to speak with you about a possibility for depression that is not, that people don't speak a lot. In Europe, I don't know in US or in Canada, but in Europe. I will go front. No, I will go back there. I will go back there because this is change, okay? The first one is real here. You know, are you familiar with the highly sensitive persons? This concept? It's a concept that now are being studied by doctors, the ones with white coats, okay? And the doctors discovered that for a small part of the worldwide population, the brain is different. They are not sensitive, wiping, just, it's not this. They really have a different brain, and they can catch things totally different. They are highly sensitive persons, and this is another problem. It's huge, it's very good for them, but also a problem. And in these cases, we must be gentle. We must be very gentle because they feel the electricity. They have headaches during the session. You know, I bet here 50% or more, we are highly sensitive persons. Most of the time, we are healers. I have a website here, hsperson.com. Go there and do the test. And whenever you have a doubt with your client, if your client is a highly sensitive person or no, do the test on them. Because if he is a highly sensitive person, you have a different approach to him. Okay? And you can't imagine how many times I get a client on my office saying, oh, I was diagnosed with depression. But it's not a depression. He's a highly sensitive person. This is one thing I learned with the client. The clients teach us so much. So, what can we do when we have a highly sensitive person? What's the major problem with a highly sensitive person? Toxicity. Okay? And where do we eliminate the toxicity from our clients? Now you can take a picture if you want. I'm back. Sorry. In risk profile. Okay, I will show you. Oh, I'm feeling like you are paparazzis. I'm feeling like Lady Gaga. It's good. Okay. I choose some of the risks that are very important to work with a highly sensitive person. Neurological, stress, emotional risk, digestive, cognition, sensory, emotional, hormonal, environmental, radiation, parasites, trauma, and other ones, okay? But please don't be scared. You do this in 10 minutes, okay? All of them. How? It's as simple as come to the risk profile, and let's see the bar. Your question, you remember your question about the bar? You will see how she's back. She's back. But the work is done. This is the first, okay? And you go to trauma, and you do a virtual doctor test. This is the simple detox that you can do to a highly sensitive person. It's not aggressive. It will work with all the things that are unbalancing your client and giving him toxicity, and you are detoxing him, okay? I love to detox with risk profile. I love to do this. And you just press then treat all, okay? Only this, but you work with lots of risks, okay? The ones that I have there. Yes, the microphone, please. Ándale, ándale. Isn't this Mexican? No. Yes. Over there, Louis. I was looking to your face and I said, I will not say anything. Felipe did that to me last night.
Okay, so
yes.
We're treating those until we see the shaping all the way?
No. Okay. In risk profile, you don't have the shaping.
That's what I thought. The other is, do we do them one at a time or can you put them all in?
One at a time.
Okay.
Always one at a time here, okay? Because you must really remove the toxicity from your client. The highly sensitive persons, being in a casino for 1 week, they get crazy. Oh, you are crazy. Oh, so many highly sensitive persons here, as I told you. You see? Welcome to the club, exactly. Welcome to the club. Okay. Another approach, the trauma. This one is one that I really love because I like to dig and discover things, okay? And the trauma, the first place that I start with is, again, in NLP. NLP. And then I have, where it is, here, emotional and biological flow. Work on this also, please, okay? Here, you will see a kind of Sally bar, another version of the Sally bar. And you will see that I'm almost collapsing. Oh, good to know. And the emotional phase and the biological phase, okay? Remember, you have, again, every time you work with this panel, don't forget to go to the shaping and put it on 100, okay? Because what you are going to do here is just treat and test flowcharts until you got excellent. This is as simple as this, okay? These panels are really simple. Now, we are going to a panel. It's a secret. It's a secret. Where is covered to pattern? Sorry, guys, just one.
Emotional charges.
Yes.
Mental, yeah, and here. Go through.
Here. Okay. This panel. Someone asked me the other day, oh, when you go to some kind of panels, do you ask permission to your client to go there? And I said, no. When my clients come to me, they want me to help them. So why am I going to say that I go to a very rational mind to the past lives? I say that I go to the ADN ancestors. But this panel, you need the client's permission, because you are going to discover secrets. Secrets that he doesn't know. He even doesn't know. Secrets about his life. And you need to speak with them. So you must first ask the authorization. Do you want to know what are the secrets that are blocking your life? Okay? Do you want to discover my secrets? It's not me that I'm here. And now I don't have time to say another thing, so. Step 1 is the first thing that you write. Social secrets. The explanation is here, but I will tell you. Not for people in general. So the social secret, he knows, the family knows, maybe the friends knows, but the people in this work, the friends of the friends, the social ones, doesn't know, okay? What is blocking the client? Delusion, desires for things to be different, obsessive. These are the first secrets. The second ones, the friends or the family doesn't know this. He knows, but the friends or the family doesn't know. His friends doesn't know that there are some self-doubts, misunderstoods, or religious conflict, okay? Religious conflict, I like so much this emotion. You know what this is? This is not only when you have a religious conflict. This is about dogmas. When you think that you know one thing, and you have 100% sure that you know, and you start questioning your truth. That's what religious conflict means. For example, I believe that green color will heal me. And after today, I will think, oh, probably I'm wrong. My dogma ended. Understand? Okay. The third secret. He knows, but his verbal mind doesn't know. His verbal mind doesn't know about lust and about confusion and about manic and controllable. Okay? This is very powerful. This panel is very powerful. You can change a client's life only with one session because you remove all the blockages. Okay? And now the secret that prevents enlightenment. There's a work from an American psychiatrist, I think he's American. He, and if anyone knows and wants to correct me, he started to measure emotions. He realized that when we are with some kind of emotions, we transmit hertz, okay? When we love, 528 is also the frequency from love. When we are in love, we transmit 528 hertz. You know what's the most powerful emotion? Third, love. Second, peace, around 500 hertz. And with 1,000 hertz, enlightenment. Okay? Because enlightenment, it's also the most helpful emotion. It's a nirvana state of mind, of being, okay? Hopeless despair and careless. So now what you do? You double click each one. Double click, not one click, okay? Double click each one. And the emotions are going to the white bar. Okay? They are all here. And then you come here, you do a double click on the white bar. Just this, okay? Until you get excellent. Just a quick remind, this therapy can take so long. It's not easy to remove this blockage, to remove these emotions. Not easy at all, okay? Remember, we are talking about things that our verbal mind doesn't know. Just a moment, I don't know who put first. I know. Okay.
As you are in your session, keeping this to an hour, and you just leave them undone?
No. Good question. I'm that kind of I'm that kind of therapist that the 1 hour is not because of my agenda. The 1 hour is because of what I feel my client can get it. Okay? And I always try to put myself on my client's foot. You will never put me 3 hours in one therapy, ever. And sometimes the therapy, yes, I can go more 5 or 10 minutes, but I don't go one more hour because sometimes it was not, the therapy doesn't finish. Right. And that's, but what you did, no, each one in 1 hour, not all. That's what I'm saying, each one. This therapy, this session could be only one session in this panel. Oh, you're in this session? Yes, yes. Probably, and if it's ratified, I go to another, you see, because I'm trying to get different approaches for depression. And when I get the one that really my client says to me, oh, I'm feeling difference, so I'm going to repeat that approach, okay? Retrain, yes. Just a question, yes.
Thank you. You said that you obviously get their permission.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do that because you tell them what each of them are?
Yes, I always tell them
so
this.
This is not a secret to them?
No.
Okay.
No. Yes, because there are secrets that are from the verbal mind doesn't know. The third step, sometimes the verbal mind doesn't know. You
but
feel
I
it.
disclose that to them before
Yes, why I tell them. At the beginning, I start to do this not telling the clients, and I just couldn't clear them. So when I start and they know, something shifts in the energy and we can remove the blocks easier. Okay?
When you went to go work on that after you had it all loaded, I didn't see where you clicked. Was it Build Enlightenment?
I clicked. No, I clicked this bar.
Yeah.
You loaded them.
Oh, and then you.
Step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. And then I double click in each. They go to the white bar, and then I double click the white bar to do a zap. Yes.
Just a comment I'd like to make for the other practitioners. I have heard that Quest 9 is so much faster than the older technologies. That's why he's able to accomplish so much more in an hour.
And if you want to know the truth, it's true. I started with my skill, then I had an indigo. And last year, I tried my Quest for the first time. And to be honest, I didn't want to do the trading. I was a little bit tired of the tradings. But I do the tradings in all other aspects of my life. Why I have so many blockages to do in this area? My God, this is my life. And I try, and my God, so the difference is so huge, so huge. Now with the Quest, for example, the pain clients that me and Felipa we have, in one session, they go out without pain. One session. Okay? And these therapies are so much faster. The skill works, the indigo works. Yes, they are amazing. Yes. But I'm in love with Quest 9, guys. I really am. Okay? Any question about this?
Can you just go over again how you got to that screen?
Yes,
you went to
of course.
NLP, then therapies?
I have the steps in my presentation.
Okay.
But I'm going to show you.
Thank you.
Close. So you go to NLP, and then mental factors and emotion chart. And then you see here, covered
I
thought
didn't see.
pattern.
Where did you click on the mental?
Okay. Here.
Oh, down there, mental.
Here, are you seeing?
Yes, thank you.
And then here. Look the question, do you have permission? Yes, I have.
Yes. Cover that.
You see, I have everything here in the presentation. Now, move on. Let's discover more secrets about our clients. Back to NLP, okay? Back to NLP, back to mental factors in emotion chart. I'm gonna try to find the depression emotion. Here, number 12. I double click to the white bar. Everyone is with me? It's the number 12. The go-to number from depression on NLP's number is the 12, okay? These numbers never change. They are the go-to numbers. These ones are the reactivities. Okay, so I have depression, I double click to the bar, and then I click, where is? Unconscious reactivity, here. Okay? This panel, lots of people use it. It's for discover traumas. But you can make this search with a focus. You can do without any emotion, but I like to work with the problem of my client, in this case, the depression. Okay? So, how is depression related with my client? So the first step here is put my client's age. Then I hit start. I'm doing the steps here because I want to explain you one thing, that only when I have information I can do it. So, what is that I want to show you? Here we have the first two traumas, at the age of 8 and at the age of 12. Anyone here works with this? This is amazing, right? Every time he nails, every time. And when your client says, oh, I don't remember, I know that in 1 day or 2 days I receive a phone call. So now I know what you are meaning. Now, oh, I know. I remember, okay? What I want to tell you is the links and the relations here. So the first two traumas, age of 8 and age of 12. Then I go to disease path. I want to know more. Sometimes you only, when you do the start, you will get 0 ages, 0. So you need to do the disease path to get more, okay? So now I have the age of 3, the age of 2, 43, 44, okay? So the way to work this is simple. You discover the ages, you tell to your client, and then you do the treat emotional profile above until you got the excellence, okay? But one thing that I always go in this panel, I pass the mouse cursor in the top of the age. This is... Let me just show you, because sometimes this doesn't work. Let me show you on my PDF. Well, but sometimes when you put a cursor in the top of the emotion or the age, you will get the link to the risk on risk profile that is linked to that emotion or to that trauma, okay? Like I have here in my PDF. You see? Involved with sensory. Sometimes the machine gives you this information. Another link, another link, another link. You know the Russians dolls? This is our world, a big Russian doll. Okay? But you can go there, it's not needed. If you want to catch more information, what's needed is to get the ages, tell them to your client, and then do the treat emotional profile above. Let's move on. Survival awareness form. Oh, a panel that people get. And I was so scared of this panel in the beginning. Oh my God, what is this? Well, let's go there. You see here, survival awareness form. Remember, we are working on traumas, okay? This is the session. This is the approach of traumas. Survival awareness form, here. Everyone is seeing? Okay. So the first click, here. Please, let me give you an advice. In the top of all these panels, you have the explanation of the work of the psychiatrist that is involved in these panels. Go, as Felipa said, and I love because she always says this, Google it, okay? Google this work. It's amazing. It's amazing. As you can see here in this panel, as I'm telling here, you are going to find the conflict of the patient, his present situation, and the causes. Items in the middle show additional complications. So let's just do this. You click Expand SAF in detail. Okay, and then you have here the problems. And to work with them, you just double click. I double click inside in the name. You see here, exchange. Yes, I can. I originally click here in Expand SAF in detail. So I can see what is blocking my client. Okay? Here we have traumas, emotional and physical ones, and the relations between them. You see here lungs, monotony. Yes, Mariah? It's this panel. Is the name of this panel the name of the work from Dr. Joe Skonga. Okay? See. And you do this until you got the shaping until excellent. Okay? As simple as this. Then you can go to Meta Program 1. Let me give you a new about, yes, of course. Here, go to Meta Program 1 chart. Let me give you a new about this program. It doesn't work. Meta Program chart 1 doesn't work. Okay? It was later improved to Meta-Analysis 2. Okay? And meta-analysis 2 was the really scary part for me, because I always felt this program in my daily life, but I never understand why or how. And then I talked with Mr. Eric Pigani. You know them from Facebook, right? Mr. Eric Pigani is just only one of the most brilliant minds in our industry. And Eric worked with the psychiatrist that writes this book. I have here the book, if you want to, because this is very interesting. I'm going to buy this book. I already talked with Eric. Matrice émotionnelle. The name is in French. Why? You don't have a translation. It's only in French, okay? The French. So, but what these programs gives you are the traumas during the perinatal phase of the feet of the baby. Since the moment the mom starts to have the first contraction until the moment the baby comes out. Okay? All those emotions that the mother are feeling and the father are around and the family and the doctor that goes to the baby since the first contraction until the baby pops up. And then the work from these two brilliant scientists, they prove how this simple moment affects all of your life and all the relations that you have. Okay? This panel is so powerful. I say this to all of them, but I really believe we have a powerful machine. I really believe this, okay? The functioning of emotional dynamics determines the quality of the relationships we maintain with the outside world, with our environment. And how you work this? You can enter the disease to scan. I do that. Okay. Okay, I'll go there, Mariah. No problem. I'm a little fast. So, NLP, Survival Awareness Form, you see where I have the mouth? Meta-analysis 2. Okay, I wrote here depression. I scanned the disease. It's here. You see in blue, all the blockage that came, that are, these blue lights are the blockage from our client. Dependence, passive, lack of desire, infancy, domination, delight.
Can you go back to that screen you were just at?
Yes.
You said the blue were things you needed to clear. What about the lines highlighted in red there?
Yes. What are? The first blockage in emotion, here. And then the links. The links, okay? I'm working with trauma. Here, deal with abandonment, the emotion that shows up in number 1. But the way you work here is just to click 3 color items. It doesn't matter if it's blue or red or green or fuchsia. It will work everyone, okay?
Thank
but
you.
the red ones, great question, are the most important. Yes, please?
Okay, I'm not sure if I got this right. When you said that from the first contraction till birth, when you put in the depression and to scan the disease, depression, is that from first contraction to birth or first contraction till now?
The first contraction to birth are the 4 matrix emotional, okay? Eric, by the way, Eric told, because Eric writes lots of books about this, Eric told if anyone wants to know in depth the theory of this, you can contact him, okay? Anyone that needs. So, no, let me explain you.
Okay, thank you.
From the ear matrix 1 is when you have the first contraction. The mother is having the first contraction. And here is when the baby is out. But you have lots of emotions correlated that are correlated to other ages of your life, okay? So, but what happens during the phase of birth will determine, this panel says that it will determine who you are for the rest of your life, no matter what age you are, okay? You have all here. It's like a matrix already imprinted.
So Fredy,
Yes.
so it's from the first contraction, it's not from the time of conception?
No, from the first contraction, the perinatal phase, okay? The moment that the baby
Because I believe it's before.
Yes,
that.
I know.
Okay.
This panel is only from that, okay? More questions? I cannot explain you in detail this theory because this is a work of more than 30 years, but I recommend the book if you want to know a little bit more about this. What I like here is that I work traumas that came from the birth.
So do you look at the top part, personal evolution, different from the emotional dynamic? I missed something you were talking about, and I wasn't sure. I heard you say the red is the most important.
For me,
and then
yes, but the colors are all important.
Okay.
All who have color are the blockages.
And especially if somebody had birth trauma,
Yes.
like me.
Everyone has. No, everyone has. Everyone has birth trauma. Everyone. I have. You have. All of us have. Fernando have. Even Bala have birth trauma. Our dear Bala. Everyone, yes.
So if someone has had a scheduled C-section and never had the first contraction, would that still apply?
It really didn't have or didn't feel it?
Didn't have.
At all?
At all.
But apply, yes. Apply because it's the beginning of the birth. The contraction is what women feel, okay? But if you don't have, it applies at the same, okay? The first incision, yes. Yes. Understand a little bit of this so messy panel, but very important, because here, what I want you to know is that you will work birth trauma. Okay? The next session, or the next approach to depression is, of course, the brain. And in the brain, I have 2 favorite panels. One is here, brain scan, inside NLP. Any doubt about this panel? You want me to explain it? It's very easy. No? Can I move on? Okay. The next one of my favorites, Harmonic Therapy. Okay? Harmonic Therapy will balance the left and the right, the yin and the yang, the man and the woman, the male and the female. It will balance our brain. Okay? The first thing you do is quick check of face. When you do quick check of face, you will see from 0 to 10 how unbalanced are the brain. You see here, I got a 5, a 4, a 6. The goal of this therapy is to put every one of each in 0. Yes, 0 or 1s if you don't have times. But to really make the difference, all in zeros. Okay? Once I read, I don't know if it's true, from Professor Nelson, he said, if you don't have time to do anything, just do the harmonic therapy. This will give such a sense of well-being, of of awareness, of... I use this a lot in hyperactive children also, okay? It's mandatory for clients with depression, but also for hyperactive children. Moving on. The nervous system. Here I discover a button that I love. Let me show you that button. So the first step when work the nervous system is work the vagus, the parasympathetic, and the sympathetic, of course, okay? But there's also a button where you can work all the nervous system and to balance all the nervous system. I have here, but I can show you. You go to EPR enhancements, simulate reaction, duplicate remedy, and you have your nerval reactivity until you reach 100 or more. 99% is not enough. Nerval reactivity. Okay, I go back. EPR enhancements, simulate reaction, duplicate remedy, and then nerval reactivity. Someone here asked me about a client with a pain problem because it was all the time the body in the sympathetic state. Do this. Phobias. When your client is always on your fight and flight, do this, okay? Felipe, how you love this button? It's incredible. We start to work with the clients with multiple sclerosis. Huge results. And paralysis. Huge results. I as a little bit anxious guy that I am, I really love this panel. Okay? Sorry?
Would that help with Parkinson's?
Yes. Yes. It will help on the upside. It will help with every kind of problems that comes from nervous system. Okay? What about? Of course. Of course.
So this one you said until correction to 100 and also the shaping excellent.
No, correction.
Only does correction.
Okay, here correction. Okay? Here correction 100 or more. The funny corrections that we have also. What Felipe is telling me in this wonderful Portuguese language is to remind that we are electrical beings, okay? In our clinic, I have a thing when I have a client, and the client, so who is biofeedback, Dr. Fredy? And I say, I'm not a doctor. I'm an electrician. That's my job. But I will not work with a wall. I will work with you, with your voltage and amperage and resistance. Okay? That's our job, isn't it? So, we are electrical beings. So, working with the nervous system, you can do this for every client. Again, try this button on you. Try it. And then tell me. Okay? Let's move on. Because I'm almost in the matrix. 25 minutes. Yes, but I will work about what I really like more. The matrix. So, I've done everything, and my client is still not better. And do you want me to see set? I'm a very happy guy. But do you want me to see set? Is when my client says, I don't see any results. All my week is ruined. Right, Felipe? Yeah. I'll call Felipe and tell him, Felipe. It's true. I really want to help people, with my heart, because I really love this. This changed my life. So, Philippa told that I was going to explain you the way I work with Matrix. Well, again, from Dr. John Kelsey, this is not mine, a version of mine, but based on the work of Dr. John Kelsey. Individual reaction. I separate my matrix between two kinds of signatures, the stressors and the helpfuls, the good ones, my friends. Okay? My friends are the remedies, some kind of emotions, hormones, Narayani, homeopathic, all that will help. And the stressors are all that will make me sick. Okay? And virus, bacteria, parasites, but also diseases. We have disease frequencies there. Okay? Toxins, allergies, some hormones. Okay. So, what I want you to do with individual reaction is so simple. I want you to look at two things, rectification and then resonance, okay? Let's see that, go to 2, 5, 6, 1, 4. Let me do what I work more, Cancer. So, I pick up the signature and I do an individual reaction. So, how can I explain the importance of resonance? With one question. Do you want to resonate with a virus? Do you want to resonate with a disease like cancer? So, you see how huge is the resonance, this information? So what's the job here? Is to low this resonance, okay? For example, cancer. The rectify is the first thing I look, because the rectify tells me about the communication and the electrical disturbance. If I have an electrical disturbance, the rectify is low, and I press again individual reaction until I get more than 100 in rectified. When I got this, I'm going to look to resonance. And if it's higher than 90, that's an issue I want to work with. And you remember those cases where you said in Facebook, oh, I have Lyme's, but I don't resonate, but it doesn't react. I say always to the people, and it resonates? Because resonance is, for me, much more important than reaction, okay? Because reaction is, hello, I know you. But resonance is, oh, hello, you are here. You don't pay the rent, but you are here inside me, okay? Or a need. It's resonance. How can I translate resonance? It's resonance, okay? So what do? I start hearing, I close, I do a treat, and I will not look for shaping, just to answer that question. Saúde. How you say in Portuguese? Saúde. And I press again, individual reaction. And I only stop this when I have resonance. I said in my manual, lower than 70? No. Lower than 50. How did I discover this? As I told you, I'm a little bit crazy. And I couldn't understand why sometimes I did some steps and the client get results. And other times the client didn't get the results. And oh, it's normal, sometimes he reacts. No. For me, no. There's no random in mathematics. Okay? So I started recording the sessions. I recorded more than 300 sessions. And I went to discover what was in common in all of them. And that's why I reached the importance of Celibar, because every time I worked the Celibar first, the results were much, much better, and this one also, okay? It comes from 104 to 99. I will not doing, but what should you do? Treat individual reaction, or zap individual reaction, whatever you want, whatever you feel, but work with the signature until you get a resonance lower than 50. Please write the number, 50, because in my presentation I'm saying 70. No, 50. Yes? Where's the microphone?
Does it make a difference if you go in and auto zap like at 3 minutes instead of, no?
You can do it. I work with treat because I can get there faster.
Okay.
Okay? If I work with zap, if I have time, like working on subspace, I do most times zap from 9 minutes. And then I go do some exercise, catch some TV, go on Facebook, you know? Someone was asking to Felipa the other day how it was how it worked in subspace. Here is the answer, because it lowers the resonance. Okay? That's how it works. You have better results if you are connected, or faster results if you are connected. But if you work in subspace, you will see the resonance also lowering. And we do this without knowing, because when we hit the zap or the treat or whatever we want, we are working with resonance, coherence, reactance, allergy. But here we can check how that work is, okay? And the number I want low, when I'm working with a disease signature, is always resonance. Question over there, please. Can I rest again?
I'm just double checking again.
Yes.
When you're checking the resonance in this panel, you're not doing the 30-second zap or the 3-minute zap in it. You'll go back out.
But I can go, I also can do it. No, but I don't do that. I just press individual reaction.
Yeah, and then you go back out. So you're going back and forth that way. You're not necessarily, you can, but you're not necessarily doing any of the zaps in the yellow
But you
box.
can do, you see? Let me do, for example, a 30-second zap inside individual reaction. I can do that.
Is it the same thing that you're doing as if you went off out and did the treat?
I begin now, I begin now a huge study that I hope I will have ready next year, trying to figure it out, what of these all zaps and treats button give more results with a client 24 hours, 1 week later, and for now, all of them for me are in the same
category. Okay.
But next year, I will know to tell you, no, inside the individual reaction works better or worse, or, okay? I'm starting that. I started that in Vegas because I bring my machine, and at night, with jet lag, I started to work.
All right, personal question.
Yes.
Since you're working on yourself, where's your concern now that you resonate with cancer?
Not at all,
98%?
because I will kick this out.
Well, I know, but
no, I'm not. Yes,
as you're the
no, you know why?
professional and you're talking to your client.
Yes, but you know why? Because first of all, I'm not connected. Okay, I'm in subspace. When we are in subspace, and this is my opinion, we can catch our client energy and the energy around him. Yes, but I want to answer also.
In my point of view, when he is choosing cancer and he is the client, he immediately integrates that
fear.
frequency, so it shows up the high resonance.
And remember, this is not a diagnosis.
You understood what I meant? Yes?
The fear of having that problem could make the resonance get higher and more. Remember, this is not a diagnosis tool. This is only saying that I resonate with this frequency. It doesn't mean I have this problem. It doesn't mean this frequency is around me. It can be on my thoughts. It isn't. But yes, I understand what you're saying. But the main problem is if I see this, I'm going to kick this out. Okay? I'm going to do. So I did the 30-second and I press again individual reaction. And believe me, when your client doesn't have the problem, you will get so fast these under 50. But when you have the problem, you can take an hour only on one signature to load the resonance. The experience that we are having in Portugal, in the clinic with cancer clients, is amazing. Amazing with this. We are having huge results with this. Okay? And before I came, a client doing a chemotherapy, and she went to me for the first time, and I went to see the resonance, and it was 24. And oh my God, now I'm confused. And then she called me 2 days ago, saying she was in the end of the chemotherapy, and it already did the results. She was already healed. Not with biofeedback, but with chemo. When she went to the chemo, the cancer was already low, okay? So you see, it's up now. So I need to continue working until I get this under 50, okay? And sometimes this can take too long, but it really works. I can guarantee you this. Any questions?
So that interpret result button, do you ever use that?
Yes. Sometimes I use that. I use it when I have time. Because here, for example, what would I do? I would, you see link hormone sadness. I will do an individual reaction to sadness also. And it makes sense, right? It's cancer signature. So I would also so I use this for this, okay? To find the links. Sometimes, many times I use. And I work, again, with new individual reactions with these energies. Okay? By the way, I want to give you my example. When your client is connected and you are working things like anxiety, for example, and answering to your question after, and you stop leaving the resonance more than 100, don't do that. Don't do that. You will activate. Okay? Make sure that when you end, it's at least under the 90, because the signature is important if it's above 90. Okay? Make sure, if you don't have time, to never leave it with more than 90. Always under. Okay? The best result is under 50, but at least with under 90, because I experienced that myself. I didn't have time. I leave the anxiety signature under 100. Oh my God, the next day I was crazy. I was crazy. Okay? And when you work with virus, for example, or bacteria, you don't want only to wake them up. You want to kill them. Okay? So, always work like this. Okay? Questions? Can I move on?
So right now the protocol's based on addictions, depression, but you're saying like if you were to do it focused on just with viruses, like just that alone, you would just keep doing this back and forth in viruses and make sure that, okay, thanks.
Yes. That's the way. The way I work with all my clients is doing the CELI and then doing the resonance in their problem. Okay? All the time. Meaning a virus, meaning a disease, meaning a hormone, meaning an emotion. Okay? Because I really feel the difference with this lowering the resonance, right, Felipa, really works. As everything, as I told you. Okay. In depression, the go-to number for depression disease is the 5615. The addiction disease is 5468. But as Felipa told you, another thing very important to work specifically with depression cases is hypochondria. Okay? And hypochondria is not, oh, look, he's nuts, he's hypochondriac. It's a disease. You see? It's a problem, a real problem. You know those clients that session after session after session say, no, I'm a little bit better. I'm not so better. I'm not that much. And they came because they had a big flu, and I had a client always with big flu and allergies, and he was never better. One day I did hypochondria. He started to get better. Okay? That's how huge working with hypochondria is. So you have there the 3 go-to numbers to hypochondria. They are not the diseases, they are remedies. Okay? Here I have the explanation. Here I still change it, ideal 50, where you want your resonance in the end. Okay? This is already explained. Yes? Oh, my Brazilians, my first question. Faça em português, garota.
Translate for me?
I translate, yes.
When you said for hypochondria, it's a remedy.
Treat until treat. Yes, for hypochondria, because it's a remedy, I do treat until excellent. I don't lower the resonance, I give. So I do treat until excellent. What I lower the resonance in the stressors. The stressors, as Dr. Hanselli said, diseases, hormones, virus, toxins, allergies, those are the stressors. In those, if it's a toxin, I lower the resonance. If it's a remedy, I give until excellent. Okay. Another way I like to work, I want to show you live. Anyone pointed, I can see here, the go-to from depression. 5 what? I can see here. 5615? I think 1, 2, but let's see first 1, 5. No, 1, 5, great. Okay, one thing that I like to do a lot is also to double check what are the signature links that can help those diseases. Yes, I can do the echoes. Yes, of course. I can just bring the disease to the red line and do the echoes. But I like to do this more. I came here to the yellow line, you see? Everyone saw? I pick up the line to the yellow line. Is depression now? And let me double check, for example, amino acids. I do the test it on all tray above, here. And I will double click until excellent on all the yellow lines, okay? In the depression cases, I recommend to you to do this with amino acids, bacteria, blood, chromos, crystal energy, diseases, dental nosodes, again, what Felipa told about dental, it's very important, okay? Because a cavity can provoke a mental problem like a depression or anxiety, okay? Liquid light, minerals. Minerals are so important for depression cases. And you see, do this until, double click until you get excellent. Another way that I start working before the Budapest conference, it's this. I like to create my own search files. So, yes, I have the reactions, but as I told you, I like to work with the resonance. So I want to ask my body, I have more than 30 or 40 or 50 signatures in the matrix for that problem. What are your top 4? It's the reactivity? No, because sometimes reactivity, what I told you, is just, hey, I know you, hello. What are the most important? I needed to discover what were the most important signatures in each search. For example, I will show you. Oh my God, when Andrews arrived, problems arrived. Yes, it's finishing. No, 5 minutes. Depression, okay? You see here, I write depression. And now I want to ask the body, okay, so now body, talk to me. What are the most important things to work in order to balance you from depression? And sometimes when you don't have here, you see depression in the yellow line. Okay, how can I show you this? You have here usually the hold, right? The hold word. Here, this word. Okay, I will show you with the fuchsia line. You see here, you have hold. Normally you have that on the yellow. And you here have the test item in all tray above, unavailable, right? But if you just delete the hold, now it's available. And you don't have nothing, and you will not put nothing. You just ask the client with a search filter, depression, what are the most important? And with nothing in the line, it will give me the 4 most important signatures for my client's unconscious mind. Oh, I said that word again, but now I said well. Unconscious. You see? And now I double click each one until excellent. And I will ask again. Oh, it's funny to see one thing. Most of the times, the frequencies that are chosen for the system are the lowest ones. The one in chronic state, not the one in reaction state. So that's how it's important. So before ending, because it's almost ending, you know, sometimes a client arrives, I don't have any problem, I'm okay. I'm here just to see what this is, to see what is biofeedback. One thing that I do, return to mine, I delete the alt here, the hold here, and I do the same, but with all the matrix. So I'm gonna ask my subconscious mind of my client, what are the 4 biggest needs that he have, not in the search, depression, but in all matrix. Yes, because when you don't put nothing, there are 0 information, you are asking, okay, from all the matrix, choose me the 4 that you need more attention. Okay? And that's almost done. Any question about this? I'm not seeing you convinced. You are with a little confused face. Yes, you are, Mariah? That's my problem. Yes, so tell me.
So just to slowing down the future, I think, because your information is wonderful, but
Lots of information. Lots of information, and sometimes very fast.
but it's wonderful, and so I think if you slow it down a little bit.
Then I will not be Fredy. And I won't get finished. Yes. Regarding the question about Quest 9, how much I love Quest 9. This is how much I love Quest 9. Before the Quest 9 and after the Quest 9. I use all this on my marketing materials. This is from Eric also, okay? But for me it's very important to reinforce this. All of us that were here sharing, we share our way to work. And all of us are right. Yes.
Can you go back?
Oh, the pictures are not me, are my PowerPoint. Now I'm sad. I'm not Lady Gaga anymore. Yes. Can I move? Still taking? Okay, and another thing that I want to tell you is please use this on you. Don't work only with clients. Peter is showing me 0 minutes and I'm ignoring him. Don't use this only in clients. Do this on you. As I told you, I work on me every day. I work on me every day. 10 minutes. What is 10 minutes in a 24 hours day? Right? It's so few. So thank you very much. I hope you like it. And any questions, please just tell me, okay?